Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from and who well. Peace and salutations to the 144,000 and the rest of the one-third, the innumerable number. Unto you I say Shalom. So, today's lesson that I want to get into is about how this place, America, Babylon the Great, is in our rest. Because we're just here to be pilgrims, and ultimately, Lord willing, get delivered out of here in the chariots. But for now, we're just here to push the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, to gather the elect, you know, starting with the 144,000 and the rest of the one-third, the believers, that's our ultimate, goal is to gather the elect. But, we're not here to establish ourselves and build a life here in Babylon the Great, because the ultimate end of this place is that lake of fire, by those ICBMs, those thermonuclear missiles. So it's best to detach yourself from this place, because we all of the hopeful elect know what's going to be the end of this place, of Babylon the Great, America. So I'm gonna get this first scripture. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10, and it reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction." Yeah, so arise ye and depart, and it's not saying to leave this place, get on a plane, get on a boat, get on the train and leave America, but detach yourself from this place spiritually, because this place, Babylon the Great, America, is polluted. It is polluted from the philosophies, the lifestyles, the way of living, the food, the water, air, GMO foods, the women, the modern day women, all this place is polluted in every way, shape, and form. So ultimately it's best to detach yourself, to the best of your ability, but ultimately detaching spiritually, not being caught up, in this place with the lifestyle, because ultimately it's a death lifestyle, it's not life, it doesn't pertain to life. So I'm gonna get this next one. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7, and it reads, "Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad." Yeah, so the rest of the nations, they've gotten rich, because of Babylon the Great. And ultimately they have to follow their ways, the philosophies of this place, the alphabet lifestyle, the the feminism, you know, pretty much parting away from the old way of life and following this new way of life, which is death, the Babylonian lifestyle, overindulging, you know, eating, drinking, marrying, giving it to marriage, just focus on all the wrong things, not focus on the spiritual aspects. And for that, ultimately these nations are going to turn on Babylon, because once that wine wears off, they're going to know that this place is it has to be destroyed, because this place is nothing but pollution. All it does is destroy life. So I'm gonna get this next verse, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Yeah, so this, America, Babylon the Great, this place isn't going to be healed because ultimately Yahweh Shem Shai wants this place utterly destroyed. It's going to be a desolate, forever. It's going to be a desert. The only things that are going to dwell here are going to be those desert creatures, the fowls of the air. But other than that, this place will never be inhabited ever again. Because ultimately we see this place falling. We see the economy failing. The everybody's moral are down. The future of Babylon. That optimist outlook for this place is gone. People are no longer looking forward to the future of Babylon. Because they know that this place is going to be brought down very soon. And all the signs are pointed. You got World War III. You got these different, Republican versus Democrat, right wing versus left wing, and everything's divided. So, all the signs are pointing toward this place, Salakia, being destroyed. This is verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Yeah, so ultimately the Lord knows how wicked this place is. He knows how wicked, is gotten, because this place always been wicked. It was found on bloodshed, but how much more now? Now that its iniquities have reached to the heavens, you know, you have the elect, crying out to Yahweh Shemel Shai for deliverance, ultimately because this place is vexing, living here in Babylon is really hell. Even the people who, all these different rappers and celebrities, they may have all these millions of dollars, but ultimately they're crying out as well because they're still on all these different drugs, alcohol, all these homeless people walking around. This isn't a place where you really want to be forever. But our people want to stay here and make a life in Babylon the Great, and for that, they're ultimately gonna have to be judged. A lot of them are gonna take that MOTB and are gonna have to, eat a missile, you know, be thrown in that lake of fire. So I'm gonna get this next one. This is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, and it reads, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn." Yeah, so when the righteous are ruling, the planet Earth, the people are going to be rejoicing, because ultimately everything is going to be done in a righteous way, following the law, statutes, commandments, giving the land, that Sabbath, giving it rest, not polluting the water, air, not covering the skies with chemtrails, unlike Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, he rules in wickedness. And right now, the wicked are in rulership and the people are mourning, because the way things are being run, so the earth needs a new management, which are ultimately going to be, run by the nation of Israel, comprised of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, starting with Yahweh Shai and the 12 and the rest of the 144,000, they're going to run the earth in righteousness, implementing the law, statutes, and commandments. So I'm going to get this next one. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Yeah, so ultimately the earth was given to Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, for that blessing. He was given the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven, and ultimately he's only going to be in rulership for a short time. but his time is coming to an end of ruling the earth, and ultimately he's going to be brought down by Yahweh Shem Shai. When Yahweh Shai cracks the clouds and returns with the heavenly host, it comes out with the chariots. So I'm gonna get this next one. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein that are therein shall be burnt up. So what is that ultimately going to? That's going into when this place is going to be destroyed by those ICBMs. Because our people are going to get caught off guard. Not expecting for this place to be destroyed. They're drinking with that Babylon wine. Thinking that this place is going to continue. But Yahweh Shem Shai, when Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai back, it's going to be like the thief in the night. Our people aren't going to be expecting Yahweh Shai to come back. So it's going to catch them off guard. Verse 11, seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Yeah, so understanding the times that we're living in, what are you supposed to be doing? First and foremost to myself, you got to be, getting into the scriptures, reading, praying, fasting, focus on the spiritual aspects of life, not on the carnal, you know, pertaining to the flesh. Unlike 2/3 of our people, they're rather catered to the flesh, which ultimately that's going to be a stumbling block. They're not worried about the prophecies. They're too worried about living out their life. They're in that YOLO mindset. So they're looking to fulfill the lust of the flesh. So this is verse 12. Looking forward and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens shall be on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. Yeah, so we're looking and hasting to the return of Yahweh Shai, to deliver us out of here. Lord willing, we're a part of that number, and to take down our enemy, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, and bring his rulership to an end. So knowing that, we know not to make this place our rest, like 2/3 of our people, making this place their rest and building a life here. Verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth where dwelleth righteousness. Yeah, so, ultimately that's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to the kingdom of heaven being established here on earth, where the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be implemented and everything's going to be running in righteousness, and in order, you know, first and foremost, when the elect get changed into the new bodies, and be pulled out of these chains of darkness, never sinning, never going off, and ultimately gaining that immortality. That's when we'll find our true rest. When we're free of these chains of darkness and delivered out of this hell, that we're currently in. But that's pretty much the point. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from and well. Peace and salutations to the 144,000, the rest of the 1/3, the large multitude, unto you I say Shalom.